Hello.
Hello, Harley.
When did you even leave?
I,
Oh, you
I
didn't. Hi, Loam Life.
welcome to the PlayStation 3's killer app.
Hello.
This and Lair are anyway. I bought this copy of Heavenly Sword. It was about $15. I remember people being like, "While you're waiting for the next God of War game, this will keep you tided over."
And did it? Did it keep you tided over?
I don't know. I didn't own a PlayStation 3 in 2007.
Oh, well.
I got my Xbox 360 in '07 with Mass Effect, and also the Forza 2 Marvel Ultimate Alliance pack in, which that's a solid duo of games to pack in with a console. I was not expecting the game to have to do an install, but of course it is. It's a PlayStation 3 game. Why wouldn't it?
Did you have to buy a
What a-
6-axis for this?
No, the DualShock 3 still has the gyro stuff in it. But
I'm gonna take an extra rage power so that I can take Swiftfoot again.
just take what is it? Lethal Stance?
I want to get all three ranks of Swiftfoot first, so that way Amiri can
Just truck.
move move around the battlefield. Stats, skills. Do you not have weapon focus scythe? I
I
really feel like
believe I believe Inquisitors get weapon focus with their deity's chosen weapon at some point.
um, I don't know. Let's find out. Spain, stalwart. Oh, I don't see it. Yeah. I guess we're gonna take weapon focus. Scythe. Don't already have it. And then you get a teamwork feat, and because you're an inquisitor, you don't need anyone else to have a teamwork feat to
Yeah.
make use of it, which is always nice.
Yeah, except there are two good teamwork feats.
That's not true. There's like four good teamwork feats,
Yeah.
which just happens to be almost all the teamwork feats that they get. Um, but no, we're gonna take hmm. I can't take Outflank yet because she doesn't have a high enough base attack bonus. So I guess we'll take Precise Strike.
Sure, might as well.
Might as well. Let's get a little bit extra damage. Shield of Faith.
Yeah. All right. Subtitles on. I don't think I've seen anything from this game, let's say, since about 2007.
That tracks.
The final
You know,
battle.
I should not have
You know,
been.
honestly, the only way this could actually be
It was
measure up
written
to like
that 23
old
years
school
ago,
God of War
in the
is
year
if
of the
there's
fire
like a
horse,
weird mini game
deity had
where
been
you
reborn
have a
in the
three-way.
body of a mortal man,
No,
A
unfortunately.
destined to unite our people and show
Oh,
us
what?
the way to the promised
Lady
land.
warriors aren't allowed to
Instead,
bone on screen.
No.
from my mother's
This
look at
game's
that
rated
light
T for
bloom.
teen.
and my people wept.
It's rated T for teen.
Yeah.
They said I was a portent of doom.
Yeah,
And
this is
people
rated
thought
T
it
for
was
teen.
gonna, and people thought it was gonna fill the God of War niche.
This is
That's-
gonna be, well, oh Jesus Christ. And the fucking,
Turns out cell processor is hard.
and the
Yes,
fucking
this
crackle's
is-
back.
Oh, that's a good frame rate.
Alright, hold it.
5, 8,
I'm gonna fix this right now.
5, 8. What's 8 plus 14? 14. You
I'm
already have
going
one.
to fix this right now.
8 plus 7 is 15. That's 11. All right, Valerie, congratulations. You get the second Cloak of Resistance.
Okay. I need to unplug some things.
Good luck.
Well, actually, so is this through like an Elgato or something? Because if so, then usually it's the Elgato that causes this.
Oh, I found the miner's lever. That's probably why I came in here. Even though I definitely had no idea why I was coming in here. A lot of dead bodies in here. How much strength damage did you take? Just 1 point? Alright. Are you still here, Brayden?
He's probably furiously unplugging and plugging things back in right now. So theoretically, yes, but he may not be able to hear you.
Oh, that is a. Oh, that is an enormous fucking centipede.
Mhm.
That centipede is so big, it's got a whole different name.
All right.
Welcome back.
Oh, cool. The color's fucked up.
Maybe those kids are supposed to look green and sickly.
So,
Is this because you're plugging it into like the?
I'm plugging it
composite
into my
cables?
RetroTink instead of the cheap $10 Chinese box. I have been plugging things in beforehand.
Oh,
Now I
I
just
might
need
be
to-
dead. These frogs have poison. That's kind of scary.
Is there a chance you may have plugged one of the cables into the wrong color port?
It's not impossible.
Oh, good. The giant poisonous frogs didn't kill me.
Oh, yep. I see the problem. I plugged the wrong red cable into the wrong part. I put the audio video. There we go.
That'll do it.
Also, I
Now
had to
you
change
have
the
now-
output res for this PS3 to 1080i.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. This is great. I love video games.
Yeah, video games are great.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Justin. Welcome
hold on.
to Ninja Theory.
Makers.
Makers
I have
of
a
Kung
theory.
Fu Chaos for the Xbox.
Hold on. Justin,
And absolutely nothing else.
Justin, say hello.
Hi.
Yatsu, say hi.
Hello.
I like how neither of you said the word I meant to say, but also thank you for indulging me.
No worries.
Hello.
I had you do.
Somebody's
Hi,
echoing.
Zombie P.
What? Oh,
I said
Somebody's
hi.
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 How was the
Somebody's-
college football?
I don't know.
Is somebody echoing?
I thought I heard somebody echoing just now. It might be. Am I echoing?
I should not have been.
You don't sound like you're echoing.
Oh,
It was written
great.
that 23 years ago.
All right, let's see if this fixes our sound problem.
Wait. Hold up. Where'd that weapon go?
A savior.
Can I use that?
Unite our people and show
No,
us
son of a bitch!
Yeah. Anyway.
I found an agile light pick. That would have been perfect, but I'm not
Okay.
allowed to use it.
No,
Because
you're
I'm
not
a-
allowed to use it, Harley. You picked a druid. You made the mistake.
Maybe they were
They want the
What you-
druid to just use their fighting in polymorph.
Okay, but I don't get polymorphs for like the first 6 levels.
Yeah.
The first 4 levels.
This frame rate.
Yeah, how do you feel about 10 to 15 frames per second?
I mean, look how good this game. Look how many guys are on screen. Oh, a circle. Press circle
mean-
for super style attacks.
I mean, having actually played this game on the PlayStation 3, this is what it is.
This is on a PlayStation 3.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
I'm not
so there you
emulating
go.
this. Why do you...
There you go. Yeah, this game just ran at 15 frames a second.
Cell
I own this
processor.
game somewhere. But
I paid
yeah,
money
as
for
soon as the
this.
6-axis stuff showed up, I basically said, nope, not playing this anymore.
Anyways,
so essentially, I
Greg,
got 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
now that you're here, I can say this, and someone who understands what I'm saying will hear me. I feel like not only is Wrath a better game so far, I think it might also have the better starting cast of companions.
Oh, that's not.
Yes.
Not story wise, mechanically.
Oh yeah. Also
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Like-
So Wrath is a. Have you played Kingmaker before?
No.
Wrath is a better game in every way, and I don't. I'm not joking.
Because
I wouldn't say necessarily every way, but yeah, it's a better game.
Because like, I feel like every character I've found so far,
Has less than optimal stats.
except for Jaethal.
Yeah.
Jaethal has perfect stats, but that's
Yeah, but-
because she's a fucking vampire, and so all the points that you would put into Constitution, she got to put anywhere else.
Yeah.
And
Because being undead in Pathfinder just means that you get 20 extra free points.
so, like, there are a couple of characters that are actually really good.
Octavia and Rayengar.
Yeah, Octavia and Regan Gar are good. I wasn't gonna like spoil the names of characters coming up, but
You can spoil. I don't mind.
yeah.
Knock is
So
good.
Harem is very good at casting cleric spells because he's got like 20 wisdom, but he does not good at anything else.
There's a character named Harem.
Harrim, not like anime harem. Harem, or I guess.
Oh, Harim. Okay.
I don't. Whatever.
Anyway,
Look
look at her amazing hair.
Yeah, it's great.
Physics.
You can tell that it's a Team Ninja game because woman is writhing in pain on the ground.
This is Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory, I'm sorry, yes.
Also,
different
a
company.
different developer known for making games about women.
These
in
are
pain.
British people.
Oh, see, it's not their fault that it's a game about women writhing in pain. That's just all British people understand.
Look at how many pores she has in her face. Wow.
Sweating.
It's
Wow,
like
see,
Hellblade.
Is there a reason why we're not moving forward to attack that centipede? And just sitting here watching it kill Lindsay?
Yeah, because
Also, Lindsay is a good buffer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there are good, like so Kingmaker's characters. They can be good characters. You sort of just have to. You have to work with them a bit.
I was gonna
Also,
say,
Amiri gets a big sword. Don't use it.
I mean, what do you mean don't use it?
It's an oversized weapon, so she has like a negative 1 or 2 to attack.
Yeah, but she also
And
has
she-
rage, so it's fine.
She misses all the time.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna miss all the time anyways. She has a 16 in strength. Like, I
welcome to my Pathfinder Kingmaker stream, where I vicariously play Pathfinder Kingmaker through Harley, audio only.
what the genuine motherfuck is that? Back out of that room.
Bohan? It's like Rohan.
Brayden?
It's Rohan, but China.
And Andy Serkis is there.
If you get a moment, please look in voice to text. Tell me what I'm looking at here.
China.
That's a big spider. Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Yeah. I hope you have some. I hope you have some area of effect fire spells, or alchemist fire.
I have 40 of them because I'm aware of what happens in that. Because I have 40 of them, not because I know what's going to happen, but because a fucking alchemist asked me to go into a spider cave,
Yeah.
and I've
That was your
played-
first mistake.
and I've played Pathfinder, the actual tabletop game, and
Uh-huh.
I know
You know
what
how
a
swarms
fucking-
work.
I know how swarms work.
Yeah. Well, a whole lot of players didn't. And this is an infamous quest.
Infamous, another hot early PlayStation
Yeah.
3 game.
I'm not even in the spider cave. I'm in the old sycamore tree right now.
Oh God!
I just randomly found a dead giant spider.
So how does this feel to play?
I don't know if it's let's say the compromised way I have set this up to because if you notice, there's no more crackly.
Yeah.
No, this game
because-
just looks like this.
Yeah, no, it's like technically very impressive. And then one enemy shows up on screen and it suddenly is below 30.
So you're saying this game inspired the Far Cry 3 frame rate?
Automatically block if she... Well, I play Far Cry 3 on PC, so...
Yeah. I also did, but
yeah.
I saw that quick look where they played on Xbox, and I was like, this is unplayable.
Yeah, developers' ambitions got bigger than the 360 by the end of that gen.
Yeah.
I feel like developer ambition started bigger than the 360 on the 360.
Oh, that's my dad.
It depends on the
What was
game.
it like? Epic like asked them to like up the RAM, well not the RAM, or like the wasn't the RAM from like 500 gig, 200 megabytes to
It's-
500 for the original Gears of War or something?
No, it was at 512 megabytes is how much RAM the 360 had overall for video and system memory.
And they chose that number specifically because Epic asked. They said they needed that much for Gears of War.
Otherwise, they would have been in the same boat as the PS3, which had 256 VRAM and 256.
It was split. It was the
Yeah.
same amount, but it was split evenly, and you couldn't go over 256 for either.
How does the cell work? It's one combined GPU CPU.
Yeah, it's an APU.
I mean,
Okay.
the 360 was also using an APU, but the cell processor was weird.
I love how time passes in this game, but events don't happen unless you're there to witness them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like, the
that's-
same 7 kobolds have been fighting the same 4 mites for,
Yeah.
like,
If you
8
want-
in-game days, but because I wasn't watching, no one could die.
Harley, if you want a weird simulationisty, like the dungeon keeps going even when you're not in the dungeon, you should look up Din's Curse and its sequels.
I'm sorry, can you run that by me?
Din's
Amir was
Curse.
saying something funny.
So, Din's Curse is a video game. It's a Diablo-like, but the gimmick is that the dungeon keeps happening even while you are not in the dungeon.
Okay.
So there's a dynamic, systemic element at play. So, like, one group of monsters might defeat another group of monsters and move in.
Yeah, I've played Din's Curse. It's a real motherfucker. Currently on sale for $2.50 on GOG.
I have never heard of it. How old is this game?
This is like 09?
10. No, I thought it was a 2010 joint, but
Okay.
it's basically one of those late 2000s, turn of the 2010s game.
Hey, Brayden.
Back when it was
Yeah.
still kind of novel to make like a retro throwback one of
Yeah.
those.
Guess which character in my party is my second tankiest person.
Is it your main character?
It's my lizard.
Yeah, that checks out.
So who did you get, like, right off the bat? Because different choices get you different characters.
I got Lindsay, Amiri, and Valerie, and then in the ancient tomb, I recruited Jathal.
Okay. That's not the worst.
I didn't really want to take Harim with me because he seems like kind of a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, just a little bit.
And that's like totes not my style.
You'll get a much better cleric at some point.
Look, another wave approaching.
Oh god. So Braden, I love you, Braden.
Yeah.
But you streaming this like 20 minutes before Hollow
Hello,
Myth's
live.
4th year anniversary is a bummer. And also, Scarl has decided to do a cooking stream. She's.
How do I? Okay, hold on.
I don't think
found-
Scarl knows how to make brownies from scratch. Oh no, wait, she's got a package. Okay, so this won't be a complete disaster.
I found the miner's lever.
Great,
How do I
find
use
a way
it?
to make it a disaster.
How do I use it?
I don't remember. Didn't even play it that long ago. I don't remember.
Miner's.
I got some concept art.
Cool. The #1 reward for things in the mid 2000s.
Oh boy, the window on this instant kill counter is generous as fuck.
Mohan will count the price of this war in the bodies of his men. See, we still have some fight left, brothers. You have honored your ancestors.
You know why this is happening, don't you? Now is not the time. We cannot afford to fight amongst ourselves.
Let him speak.
You know as well as I do. We all know who brought this curse down.
So,
am no curse.
Enough!
This war is of one person's making, that much is true. But that person is not Nariko.
so
Come on, Shen. How long have we known
this
each
wasn't
other?
exactly a
Stop hiding
launch
from the
game,
truth.
was it?
This was
Or was it
07.
launch window?
This was
So might
launched,
as
I'm
well
pretty
have
sure.
been launch window.
But it was like it came out like a few months after
Hold
the
on,
launch
let me
of the
look up
PS3.
when it came out in 07.
We fight together or we die.
Oh no, wait. Oh wait, no.
And that
Yeah.
means
So about a
all of
year
us.
after the release of the PS1, PS3.
September 12th.
Yeah, so this and Lair were like the two quote-unquote killer apps for the first year of the PS3.
This is certainly a lot
So,
better
as,
than
so as a
Lair.
Drakengard fan, have you thought about playing?
Climb the trees and shoot at
Have you
any
thought about
zombies.
playing Lair? As it's someone
So the
who
dark
likes
thing about Lair is
Drakengard-
they actually like updated it so you could just control it normally.
No,
and it's
yeah,
totally
I
fine
remember
game.
that, and most people saying, yeah, it still sucks.
No, what I heard is that it's totally playable now.
Yeah, I hear it's just
It's not
bad
like the
Rogue
best,
Squadron.
but it's not terrible.
So, I just
Oh, good!
Games
I
of that
get to
game
play
were
as the
more
little
than just
sister
control
now.
by cast. Oh, so the game is now actually you're soft locked, is what you're saying. That's the part of the game where you don't want to play it anymore.
I'm a British. I'm a weird British cartoon girl.
British.
I'm a British. That's right.
With a giant crossbow.
Oh, cool. Turret sequence.
Yeah. 6-axis turret sequence.
Unfortunately, I can use my stick.
That's time to turret sequence, like 20 minutes.
Yeah. The most important mark of my enthusiasm for any given video game.
Time
Like
to turret.
we'll pause time to crate before him.
I've gotten to the point
This
to where
looks hard
time
to
to crate
aim.
doesn't work any.
It doesn't feel good.
Like, the combat looked fine. This looks really bad.
I assume.
No, this is the part of the game that sucks. Like once you get to this, this game's
Thank you.
and it keeps putting you in this situation where you have to be doing this.
Yeah, you have to play the crossbow girl a lot.
got ice cream.
But the part where the game actually becomes nearly unplayable is when you have to do the weird like tossing mini games to get past certain sections.
Is this
Like
like
throwing a
eggnog or
frisbee.
something?
What was Ninja Theory's next game? It wasn't They didn't go straight
Enslaved.
from this to
It was
DMC.
Enslaved.
It was
Enslaved.
Enslaved, a much better game than this.
And then they made that good Devil May Cry game.
Yeah, that game's fine.
And then they did a mobile beat 'em up game. I always forget. And then they worked on like Disney Infinity for a bit.
Yep, that's right. Oh, by the way. Oh, good.
So is this
Oh.
auto firing?
Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're playing with power. By the way, this just
Rolls like shit.
this just controls like shit.
Also, I looked up the lever thing. It turns out I also need a part from
Hey,
the Colby
well,
half
just
of
think
the
about
map.
it, Braden. That
Yep.
Devolver Digital shooting assassin game does this, but better.
Oh, what is it? The sun something?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
game's
that
actually
game seems
pretty
dope.
okay. There are a couple of like special maneuvers.
Oh,
I'm
it's
just not
like the
good at.
Wii, guys. It's
way
just
worse. A lot
like
worse.
the Wii.
Fuck, you banked it. Oh,
My dad's watching Sherlock Holmes now.
the old one.
So
Yeah, the BBC one from the 80s. Yes.
Wait, hold on. They made a There was a BBC Sherlock before BBC
Yeah.
Sherlock.
Yes.
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 Called
That's wild.
yes. Yeah, no, they've made a lot of adaptations of Sherlock Holmes. And that one is probably the best TV adaptation of Sherlock Holmes. And a lot of it is based on the original stories, but they do a few original episodes. This
So on the Wii, by the time this came out, you could be playing, which is what these motion controls will be
Yeah.
competing with. You could be playing Red Steel or Metroid Prime 3
I'll
or
play
the
Red
Conduit,
Steel
none
right
of which are
now.
great,
I will go to my
but
grave.
have way
sorry.
better.
Ooh, a helmet.
I'll go to my grave saying
Inspired
that I don't
wisdom.
think that Red Steel 1 was as bad as people made it out to be.
But
I just
point
wanna
is,
dive
all three of those
underneath my
games
couch.
Control way better.
Hey,
Yeah,
because
because-
cast with wisdom. They do cast with wisdom. Okay.
And also, Red Steel 2 is actually just an okay to good game. Like, it's not bad, it's not great.
I actually want to give that to J. Thal, though.
Setting,
because
it doesn't do enough of it, but it's a cool concept and it gets by enough.
Because J. Thal mostly just buffs herself. She doesn't actually do a whole lot of offensive magic. So maybe I want to give the Headband of Wisdom to someone with a bad will save?
No, you want to give it to your wisdom caster so they cast better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if I give it to J. Thal. Because all of her spells target herself.
No, the Inquisitor has a couple. They have those.
I
Knee
think that's
spells?
a bad idea. That's the only reason why I laughed. I think that's a really...
What's a bad
Sorry.
idea?
I don't think you should do that.
Do what?
Put the wisdom on Jatho.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just give it to your cleric when you get Tristan.
I don't know who that is or when he's gonna come around.
It's not that far away.
No, you're pretty close.
Alright, I guess we'll just hang on to it then.
So, immediate problem here. I don't hate.
Immediate problem.
Yeah, I don't hate how this controls.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like, the actiony, swordy stuff
Oh, you
is
will.
fine.
You will soon.
but there is a floaty nature to it,
Which is
intentional
look
because
back
it's
at.
trying to be like a wuxia thing.
Yeah. So, when you look at how melee combat with this studio has become, like
Mhm.
especially when you look at where Hellblade is, this feels like the complete opposite side of that pendulum. Like, they've clicked all the way back to the other side. Because, like, Hellblade is a slower, more deliberative, especially in terms of the animation priority, style of this, and then this game is literally just floaty, floaty,
Oh
float.
shit! It's harem.
Oh, a harem? I'm sorry. I want to point out that I clicked the JRPG and visual novel sale on GOG, and it's a lot of porn games. It's a lot of porn.
You know, you just said I clicked the porn section of Steam, and then there was porn.
No,
GOG.
you said the JRPG
GOG.
and visual novel.
Yeah.
Part of
I said what I
GOG.
said. I mean, I assumed that all the same stuff that was on Steam would be on GOG.
No, GOG is just straight up titties, and you don't need to do any.
You
They're
don't need to
somehow
turn
more
a filter
open-minded.
off.
Yeah, they're somehow more open-minded to weird anime visual novels. Where there's still that weirdo that just fucking bans like random visual novels because they hate anime.
Yeah. Like, there's someone on Steam's approval thing who just fucking hates anime.
Okay, yeah, let's trust the community ratings for games on GOG. Let's see what they think are the best games in this sale.
The sword is now mine to protect,
Okay, it's
and my life. will
first one's a
change forever.
sex lesbian visual novel. Cool. Thank you, GOG community. Next one is Rant's Quest Magnum. Okay, got it. You put that alongside Trails in the Sky, huh, GOG community?
You are needed, Nariko.
Fucking.
Get up here.
I love this shit. Ugh. God bless America. Sangoku Rants rated higher than Trails in the Sky 3.
Yeah, because Trails in the Sky 3 is woke or something.
Fucking yes.
Isn't that the one where that Relkin hated?
I don't
Trails
know.
in the Sky 3?
No,
I don't.
that's Cold Steel.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man.
I don't
The
know.
one with Rain Schwartz or
Fucking
whatever.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Trails
Cold
in the
Steel.
Sky
God
3
bless.
is the one.
God bless them all.
It functions like it works like the answer in
all good.
Persona 3.
It's
where
like an
just a giant
epilogue.
dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
As the one person out here who's actually played Sky 3, I'm
Alright,
not.
now
a
I
huge
need to
fan,
know what the lowest
but-
rated. Oh wait, the lowest rated stuff is always DLC. On.
The last Trails fan.
Alright,
Oh no!
I have
Okay, so now you gotta shoot
acquired
the. You gotta hit. Shoot
God
the
damn
red
it,
points.
video
You
game!
gotta shoot the red points on the things. So they've got.
Oh,
nice,
fuck
convenient,
you!
They've got convenient hit points. You know.
Yeah, now if only like the 6-axis worked well.
Yeah.
It's weird that dwarves aren't proficient with picks.
They should be.
No,
They've got
It
very
might be war.
particular
That
hitboxes
might have.
too,
Yeah, he
Brayden,
might be
so
a
have fun with
certain
that.
sub race.
Harem is also a cleric. Can't they only use blunt weapons or?
No, that's a second edition
You got
thing.
So you remember how whenever you fought like walking fortresses in like Onimusha, they didn't make you do minigame bullshit like this?
I mean, I don't remember fighting any walking fortresses in Onimusha.
Well, you boarded them.
okay, so for some reason,
God.
Clara.
Yeah, I remember this sucking. So
Dwarven
again,
weapon-
like, sorry.
No, you're talking.
So I've always wondered, like, did they put this shit in here because A,
Sony made them.
Sony made them, and then B, did they realize their game was short, so they're like, yeah, sure, we'll put in a mini game.
Yeah, isn't this game like 5 hours long?
Yeah, but 3 hours of it are you trying to actually, aim this 6-axis controller into those points.
It's more like a 3 to
I
4 hour
fucking
game.
hate this.
Yeah, no, trust me, it gets worse.
Why
Listen.
is Harem the only character with a good stat spread?
You have no idea how bad
he
this
has
is going
8
to get.
decks.
It's going to get so much worse.
Are you talking to me or Brady?
Harem has no
Brayden.
decks.
His AC's shit. So he can't be a good frontliner. Even with heavy armor. Because heavy armor in Pathfinder is just worse than light armor, especially with the way these games.
Fuck. Like, Man,
They
yeah,
give you a
that's
toner
actually the
for that.
technique that I did, Braden, is I would aim high and then just bank it downwards.
This is I am a waggle apologist.
No, this
Yeah.
is really bad waggle. This is like the worst.
I am a noted. Actually, the video game.
So that you didn't actually hit the hitbox, so that thing is actually still out.
Oh, cool. I'll just shoot it again. Don't worry.
You have one target.
With my
and one-
precise
to shoot it
instrument,
again.
the 6-axis.
Okay, so that one's down. You still got one target on the one you started with, and all three on the
No,
other.
he's still got a target on that one.
Yeah. Oh wait, right. You've got the belly.
Oh.
You gotta maneuver it between two posts.
Oh.
Believe it or not, this wasn't the part I got stuck
Jesus
on. There's a part
fucking
that's
Christ,
worse.
dude!
So, like, was there any part in Skyward? I mean, you were playing the Switch. Was there any part in Skyward Sword where, like, you were struggling like this?
No.
No.
I mean, Skyward Sword had that extra axis that made things more tolerable when it comes to this bullshit.
Also, didn't
just
that
like
use the motion plus?
Yes,
add-on?
that's the extra.
I mean, I was
so it
also
had the
using
extra axis.
Joy-Cons, which are...
But even the basic Wii mode seems better than this.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
think that's in
6-axis
part
was bad.
because they always had the ability to tack on an analog stick to the movement, so you could always like game it manually that way.
Like,
You gotta get it between those two posts. Which
Don't get me
seems
wrong.
impossible.
I'm sure Mike Minotti is having a great time with Alone in the Dark for the Wii right now.
It's great.
We will make a break for the frozen river.
God.
Cover our backs with the cannon. Remember
That game,
So
that
good.
game. I played the 360 version of that, or you know, the PC version of that game, and thought I was having a bad time. He's having a much worse one. I'm gonna eat my ice cream.
It is unironically such a fucking struggle in Kingmaker to make a formation that looks good when you have a fucking a pet, because the game does not know where to put the seventh party member.
There's a custom formation option.
No, I know, but like, it's I don't know. It feels finicky.
He said my word.
Shut up! You don't own that word.
Are you using turn-based or real-time with pause?
Both. I use real time
Yeah.
with pause for fights that are small, and then turn based for fights that are big.
I'm exactly like Harley, by the way.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Kingmaker also has fewer visual effects going on, which makes the real-time with pause a lot easier to manage.
Yeah, not every fucking person is also a paladin, throwing out 80 fucktillion smites.
Yeah. So you,
There's a fucking what?
Odama? Odama.
No, the GameCube had a mic attachment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
It did.
How much do you like Mario Party? Well, imagine if there were Mario Party minigames that involved a mic.
Lindsay, please.
Lindsay's not supposed to hit
Please.
things.
She's not hitting things. I had her try to disarm a trap.
not
You know the
supposed to
thing
hit
she's.
Oh,
You know the thing she's
Oh.
good at, and she set it
No.
off, and it's a web
She's not.
trap.
She's not good at
that's
disarming
more
traps.
Octavia's thing.
What the fuck do you mean she's not good at? She's
Let's use
Uh,
Octavius to disarm traps.
she
Brayden,
has, like,
Odama is $20 on eBay.
That's probably just the disc.
Yeah,
That's the game in the box.
You already
Yeah.
have the microphone? Okay, so...
When I was
Yes.
when I was looking it up just now, it
You only
didn't
got
seem
one
terribly
metal upgrade.
expensive.
Oh, you gotta do it again! I forgot you have to do it again!
Fuck this.
Hold on. Web is a mobility
Wait,
check
you don't actually have to do it again.
to
Yeah.
get out of, but it reduces your dexterity.
If you have
Yeah.
people stuck in a web and some other people that are not in the web, just rest. I had Valerie stuck in a web for a solid 10 minutes, like a week or two ago.
Oh, hey, speaking of, guess who just got stuck in the web trying to get to the rest spot?
Yeah, Valerie, just
Yeah.
rest, and the game will make the web go away.
So, yeah, here's the thing. I do actually think this game looks very good for something from 07.
Yeah, no, you're
Like-
right.
Like, this is beautiful, technically proficient. Look at the havoc physics on her hair.
Yeah,
So
when you
here's the
compare it to
thing.
other
So-
PS3 games at the time, it's
Look at her
very.
If this-
booty.
Sure.
Yeah,
If you
no.
play this game on an emulator with like a mouse emulating the 6-axis controls or something, it might actually be fun. And enough horsepower to run at a decent frame rate.
That did burn my bark skin on my lizard.
Have Ninja Theory ever made a game that looked bad?
No.
No.
I mean, maybe you thought their multiplayer shooter looked bad.
I'm not
We
even
don't
sure what
talk
that is.
about Bleeding Edge.
It's like DMC is like the best looking game on the 360.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Gears of War, the later parts of Gears of War 3 look kind of incredible.
But it's a lot of brown and like there's a visual variety DMC.
Okay, but specifically the final act of Gears of War 3 is not brown. There's so much vegetation and water and stuff all over the place. Like the fact that runs on a 360 is just absurd. I think people forget what the last. I think people forget what the last act of that game looks like.
I'm trying to think of like what I think are the actual best looking 360 games. Maybe it's
Bioshock
nostalgia,
Infinite?
but I think that Halo 4 looks good.
Halo 4 is witchcraft.
Yeah, Halo 4 is incredible looking. Halo 4 might
like
actually
the
win it.
Aesthetical choices. I think that definitely the characters and their faces aren't that great, but Deus Ex Human Revolution had a look that looked great.
Hey, Human Revolution looks fantastic when there are no people on screen. Unfortunately,
Blacklist was a good-looking game. Resident Evil 5 is good when it's not being racist.
I mean, so is 6.
Mass Effect 2 looks
God.
great.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2 and 3 have some fantastic visual moments. They put Dragon Age Inquisition on the 360, didn't they?
Yeah.
I
Both
don't know-
Dragon Age
I don't know-
Inquisition and Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, but the Shadow of Mordor
Shadow
version
Mordor
is-
doesn't have the thing you want it
Doesn't
to
have the thing that makes the game what it is.
What
is-
thing is that?
The Nemesis system.
So the whole AI system that was the thing that got people talking about Shadow of Mordor is straight up not in the 360 and PS3 version.
Okay, I can throw enemy bodies
Hold on,
at
how-
other
how
enemies.
is
10
it-
out of 10.
What do you mean? They still had names and traits and
Yeah,
stuff.
but like the
there's no, like-
dynamic hierarchy stuff, where like orcs would, plot against each other.
Or like you would kill someone at the type of the hierarchy and they'd be replaced by a new rival for you. That system just straight up doesn't exist. You just kill targets, and that entire chain is static.
Did Dark Souls 2 have frame rate problems on the 360 version?
No, not particularly.
No,
I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, everything. had
it's
frame rate
just
problems
like
in 360.
if you're dealing with frame rate issues, that's just Souls games being shitty.
But like in terms of best looking game on 360.
Yeah, I mean, if you really like smoke and fog and a bunch of bullshit, yeah, I guess those Souls games look good.
Okay, Dad.
I just played through all three of them. They all look great.
Okay, Gino.
I was gonna say, did Adam just replace Zombie Pie?
No,
fucking,
ZP
like,
just
the
hates good
weird,
video games.
like, screen tearing shit that you have to deal with every single one of those games. Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know what you're talking about.
Faker.
Chris, Zombie Pie Redacted misremembering something?
I mean, at this point, when I think of like Dark Souls 1 and 2, I'm thinking of like the remasters or PC versions or whatever. Anyway,
I mean-
so
Yeah.
Wow.
Real quick, before we continue, did this lady just pick a guy up by his ankle
Yeah.
and throw him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So, it's cold.
Uh-huh.
There's snow. She's still
Uh-huh.
wearing this, huh?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Listen, the adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah, pants are...
You get the... You,
Just to be clear,
pants are totally optional when
like,
your adrenaline's pumping.
you... Okay. This is going to sound a little inappropriate.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
find her
But you're
attractive.
gonna
You
power through it anyway,
know.
aren't you?
You know someone at Sony or someone at the ESR, like someone on a producer role, had to spend a large amount of time being like, all right, this is exactly as much of her skirt as you can ride up. Just a little hint. Just a little hint of ass cheek.
Yeah, you gotta have them
To keep that T for T. T for T. Writing T for T.
Tifa. Tifa.
Peggy
hero of the
18.
Italian Parliament. Tifa.
No.
That'll
Peggy
always be an
18.
excellent moment in politics.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Peggy 18. I just like...
Getting railed to help the rail system.
Something Berlusconi bunga bunga.
I'm kind of impressed how many ninja theoryisms I'm seeing from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can see the template for their future games.
You can
that
see
were
how they
good.
got to both DMC and Hellblade from here.
Okay, so good luck hitting this gong.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this game like based on anything, or it's like
Oh.
vaguely?
No.
Wait.
I think this is just vaguely Orientalist.
But everyone's white.
Yeah.
Is she white?
Oh, yeah. But she's got Asian eyes. And also everyone's played by British actors.
It's like, well, the lady voicing the main girl.
This
Is,
Chinese woman in ancient China with bright red hair.
Yeah. Yeah, like my favorite character, Aloy.
Is that a late title card?
Yeah, the woman voicing the lady, Anna Tarv. She's actually in like The Last of Us, the HBO show. In a weird like.
The what's her name?
She's Tess in the HBO show.
Oh. But yeah, the woman who played the evil character, the leader of the Fireflies, was actually in the HBO show as that character.
Yeah. Oh, that's Andy Serkis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have him on standby.
Get the sword away from here. The line must not be broken.
This was before Troy Baker figured out how to mocap.
Yeah.
So, like, definitely their facial animations have
Yeah.
gotten better over time.
Yeah, but you know.
they're pretty good here.
But yeah, like for the time, these are still good. Like,
think
this looks
that's the
good for the
thing-
time.
Yeah, for the time it was very good. I think that the thing that they slowly but surely realized is that in this game, I think the facial movements and animations are a little too fast.
Yeah. They're a little too animated.
Yeah, they move too much and they're too rapid in their movements.
But like,
But also, I
un-
think that was kind of like the style because they're trying to do like wuxia, like ha, hoo, like that.
Has one.
Like still.
All right,
kind
gonna
of
do a
like
devil
crazy
trigger.
stuff.
You stand alone and you see it all so clearly. To save my father's life, I betrayed
Now, would you
his
take this
holy
over Genji?
Oh, we'll
yes,
find
please.
out.
I'm holding now.
We'll find out. My copy of Genji.
Did I
How much
It's
does
right
that
here.
cost you?
done, Nariko.
I'm
What-
hunting.
Is Genji going for a lot these days for meme purposes?
No. I
Okay.
got it for like $8.
Cool. I was just wondering if like the memes immortalized that game and then led to it having an arbitrarily high price. Oh wow, the fucking frame rate, huh?
Now I have 2 sword.
Sword.
Heavenly Toward. Speed
Well,
stance,
yeah.
range stance, power stance.
I wondered, like, did Ninja Theory have a sequel planned if this like sold a bazillion
yeah.
copies?
Would you have considered
love-
Ninja Theory like a AA developer at this point?
Oh yeah, they were like I mean, it depends because they've also, as like a studio, they've been all over the place because, you know, like Hellblade was like kind of a last ditch attempt to save the studio, and a lot of that was recorded in their office.
I'll also say, in 2007, like, budgets hadn't ballooned yet.
Yeah.
They were ballooning, let's say.
Yeah. Anyway, Andy Serkis, the director of Venom 2 and The Hunt for Gollum, apparently.
Oh wait, are her swords on chains now?
Yeah, so you can go, if you hold the L1 button, you do God of War mode.
This came out the same year as God of War 2.
Yeah, it sure
God
did.
of War 2, a better looking game.
God of War 2 runs at 60 on PS2.
Yeah.
So, your PS2, which still plays DVDs, a thing nominally relevant in 2007, and also you can buy God of War 2 for it,
Yeah.
or you can spend $700 and play this.
Yep.
I mean, the PS3 was backwards compatible at the time.
I do want to say that I like that Harem's special camp ability is that he's so, like, fucking... He sucks so hard to be around that enemies don't want to attack you.
Yeah.
That's a good... That's, like...
That's
random encounters think your attitude is bad. Like, get therapy, dude. Oh.
Okay, speed. Oh, okay. Now you're losing me, video game. I have to be in a specific stance to block specific attacks. Is this Ikaruga now? Because
No, DMC. No. DMC is Ikaruga.
oh. Okay, and then R1 is power stance. Okay. Nariko. Oh, I see. Sure. You can see how they got here to DMC, huh?
Does Enslaved have any of this stuff? I never played Enslaved.
I assume it's like Black Myth Wukong. That's a joke. Pause menu. What's the combo list in it? Square, triangle. That's right.
So the triangle, square.
So I guess they really were fascinated with ancient China during this period, because Enslaved is turning to the West. This is just a thing that's vaguely in that area. Well, that was, I guess.
So have you fought any enemy yet who's not just a dude?
No.
I was about to say, this looks competent, but maybe easy.
Did the game give you a difficulty option?
No. See, I don't hate the stance switching. Because I don't know, I don't have to use one stance for specific enemies yet.
You know what, actually, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. You're kind of better with the blades on chains than Kratos is.
No. Don't say things you can't take back.
I disagree entirely.
I just think that the acrobatics really flow better, make the weapons look a little neater. Kratos never really did a whole bunch of acrobatic shit with his.
No, because Kratos is a... Oh, fuck you! I'm shaking the 6-axis wireless controller! Ah!
Shake it wildly.
Can you not push a button to...
No, I have to shake the 6-axis wireless controller! Okay. Oh! Every time!
Yes, shake, shake, shake.
Is this gonna be like a 1 or a 2 stream game?
How long is this game?
I am
You said,
suspecting that once it gets to the part where he has to, like, chain the 6-axis hat throwing so he hits 3 targets, that he's gonna give up.
No!
How
not
long
the fucking
Axis
web!
works? The game's like 4 hours long.
How long debate says this game is 7 to 8 hours long? So, standard 7-gen video game length.
That's pretty standard, like, beat 'em up length.
Alright, Lindsay, put a fucking camp down for everybody who's not webbed. Fucking web.
So I don't think that you would ever, like, try to claim that this is a bad game, but it's like...
I feel like this game justifies its presence on this feature.
Yeah,
No,
Dubious,
I would
right?
actually say that this game's bad, but you just haven't seen why it's bad yet.
The world record is 2 hours and 40 minutes. Guess there's a lot of unskippable cutscenes.
Yeah. They had Andy Serkis.
I was thinking, like, how much of the budget was Andy Serkis?
I think he had some interest in this. Like, I think there was some connection between him and the Ninja Theory higher-ups.
Oh, it is pretty, isn't it?
Huh.
Yes, I like that. I like it a lot. Oh, please give it to me.
Sorry,
Else I'll
I'm
kill
watching
your
the
man
Myth event.
painfully. And I can be quite inventive.
Oh, yes. So it looks like you just finished chapter 1. Apparently there's 6 chapters.
Kill her.
The sword does have power. I can feel it.
I'm glad Andy Serkis seems to be having fun.
Counting on it. If what is
He's enjoying himself.
power will soon drain my life force and it will kill me.
Ooh, I found a magical greatsword. And
Cool.
Miri, guess who gets a better weapon?
Yeah, I know. It's like the Mortal Blade. Anyway.
Okay, it's actually significantly...
She did the Matrix thing to avoid the arrows.
3
oh,
days
that's
ago.
right. Her fucking base weapon is already a +1 weapon. I forgot about that. Never mind.
But it misses everything.
You made me not care.
Now it's time for her tragic backstory, Braden.
I guess it is +2. It isn't the... Am I willing to take +2 to hit in exchange for potential 4 damage? This is just reverse power attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's fair.
Calliope Moore is doing a fun little dance.
Yeah, she's doing a little fun little dance, and now Scarl got angry at one of her comments, and now she's going to sit on it.
Yeah. Okay.
She's a nightmare person. I love
yeah.
her.
Oh, see,
Perfect.
chapter 2.
So the sword jutting out from the ground, it's a metaphor, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the sword. Hello? Cool, blimey, it's me. I'm a cheeky little quirky British girl.
I've got some sort of horrible creature in my hands.
Gone where?
Master Shen said I must hide.
And
Oh!
No.
I'm a cheeky little muppet, aren't I?
please, Kai, you have to tell me what happened.
Would this have been better if they had established that this takes place in China in an alternate dimension
No.
post Opium Wars?
No.
Where everyone's white.
No.
No, that would have.
No. Divorcing this from historical context was the way they got around it.
Yeah, but you couldn't make this game today. And I'm not
I mean,
even
you
saying
could,
like,
you
woke.
just...
Why?
I'm just saying that you couldn't make these characters white and British. I think that you can't have white people just masquerading as wuxia characters.
You couldn't do that in 2007 either. Are you?
Yeah. It was wrong then, it's wrong today. It's kind of like Jade Empire.
Ugh.
And again, I think Jade Empire would probably have gotten shit if people had actually played it.
Yeah, it should have, because
And this I know.
Fucking Jade Empire.
do we need to play Jade Empire on our podcast for an April Fool's Day joke?
I thought you covered it.
Yeah,
they covered
we
it for the
on
main,
podcast.
I believe that's one of the few times I wrote in.
You keep watch till we return. We may need you to play Twin Twang.
Yes, Noriko. I'm a silly little muppet.
I will never forget Greg Kasavin getting so much shit for giving Jade Empire an 8.4 and saying that was kind of like a disappointing mess.
That game is barely functional. Like, the part where you play the video game Jade Empire does not work.
How does it not work? For the record, this chat is the only place I've really heard this stuff about Jade Empire. I've never played Jade Empire.
Oh yeah,
So
QTEs.
the combat system is incredibly poorly balanced in that you'll get gems and jewels and upgrades that immediately just break everything, as in you'll get this trinket and then you don't need to do anything else. Which, of course... Yeah, so this is them trying to get into a real-time engine, moving away from secretly turn-based. And so...
First time they had made a game that was not real-time with pause, right?
Yeah, it was fully real-time. And so...
Oh, wait. No, what was the mech game they made before Baldur's Gate?
I mean, they also made MDK2.
Yeah. Well, MDK2 isn't an RPG, though.
And Shattered Steel is not an RPG either. It's just kind of a mediocre mech game. In an era where there were enough mech games that people had choices.
But yeah, it's an RPG where the key is to just pick the things that allow you to go fast. And all of these other supposed build styles and techniques that you could explore, no, just do the fast thing. And then it's just a button masher.
And then there are two styles that just stun lock enemies.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't KOTOR also have the problem where one class or a handful of classes out?
Oh yeah, KOTOR, but KOTOR is like has the excuse of it just being like weird chintzy, like watered down
3.5.
Yeah, it's watered down 3.5.
And the actual story in Jade Empire is not actually great.
It's
and
a
in between the fact that it's like a 20-hour game, you also have to play like 1942 shooty shoot mini games to just move from one location to the next.
Like it's Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, it has gummy ship sequences.
They were all the rage back then.
Except the gummy
I feel like
ship
BioWare
sequences in
I feel like BioWare in general didn't have all that many great plots.
They were just really good at writing great
So-
characters.
Jade Empire, even as a child, Jade Empire was the game when I was cognizant or realized, oh, this is the BioWare formula.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it is literally KOTOR and thrown a ball.
Like yeah, every single BioWare
Just
game
every
is Baldur's
single
Gate 2.
Yeah, every single game. The plot twist in Jade Empire is the plot twist from KOTOR. I'll just say that.
Are you telling me that also the plot twist from Baldur's Gate 1?
In particular, I guess Jade Empire is more like thrown a ball in that it's a betrayal, more or less. But yeah, it is. It's. And then the characters in Jade Empire, Black Whirlwind is just Canderous Ordo. Like, it's that fucking shameless.
I mean, yeah, they love their archetypes. And some of
then
those
you
are
even,
just
like,
character archetypes.
You park an airship in stopping points, and people gather around a campfire. Like, it's fucking. It's that obvious that they played to their template. And then the weirdest thing is that game really only has two environments. There's the environment where it's the dammed up town after the start of the game, and then there's the Imperial Palace. And then the game practically has nothing else because it's just a 20-hour.
Because let's say the development of that game was a mess, and you can see that a lot more in retrospect.
Were they working on Mass Effect at the time? Jade Empire was going.
Yeah, that's what Casey
they were
Hudson's
working
team
on.
was.
They were working on Mass Effect and Dragon Age at that time.
Yeah.
Like, Yagen is literally a Baldur's Gate character. The whole child possessed by good and evil, and you have to pick if you want her to be possessed by good or evil monster. Like, that whole thing.
So she's basically a ball spawn-ish thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
spawn.
the whole like you're either the bad guy or have a very very close tie to something very very evil is, yeah, that's in their games. I don't think that's in Mass Effect really.
Well, Mass Effect has the benefit of actually just kind of secretly being a shitty shooter until you put enough points where it's a less shitty shooter.
I mean, is Mass Effect 3 the first good action game they made? Because I don't think Mass Effect 2's gameplay is all that great. It's fine.
I don't.
Well,
See,
Mass Effect 2 and 3 have the same gameplay.
Nah, 3 has.
I think that
better.
Mass Effect 3's shooting is actually good. I think that the thing about Mass Effect 2 is that you have so
no
many
dodge
combat tools to your disposal. Well, remember, it's not that you don't have dodge rolls because there's just so many knee-high walls for you to butt up against.
I think that's one of the things that 3 did. I also think that 3's combat in general feels a lot better. Just that simple act of shooting things feels better.
Right.
And I also think being able to do the Gears of War dodge roll helps that combat a lot.
But then you have to play Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3 is a good game. I like Mass Effect 3 a lot.
I played that multiplayer recently enough to tell you the multiplayer's still good.
People were mad they cut it from Legendary.
They should.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have cut it. Like, EA shouldn't have cut it.
It's genuinely still really solid.
I think I remember that.
And then Relkin played like 40 hours of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I played a bunch of it at the time.
Are the servers still up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Yes. I thought you meant that like.
No, like 40 hours of it this last year.
I think the thing that they absolutely should have cut is the necessity of needing to play that multiplayer to get like assets for the story. Like that was
a good
dumb.
change. They changed that in the
should not have done
Legendary.
that. Yeah.
Don't tie trophies to the multiplayer mode, people.
Well, it wasn't even that they tied trophies, but being able to get the actual good ending, you had to play a certain amount of the multiplayer because the actual
Or you had to do
story
everything in the single
aspects.
player.
Yeah, you had to do a lot of. You had to do basically everything in the game and like really grind up What is it, war asset points or whatever.
Yeah.
In the legendary edition, you don't need as many of them, so that you can skip some stuff.
There is a way pre-legendary and pre-patch. There was a way for you to kind of get around it, and that is if you played all of the DLC for 2 and did nothing but the Paragon options, then you could get like this giant cache of war assets that could kind of make it easier for you to not do everything. But yes, if you weren't going to play the multiplayer and get assets that way, you had to do everything in the single player.
You know, I'm reconsidering my stance and might be as far as saying I'm not sure this game's good.
It's just a simplistic their answer to we want to make a wuxia game is to have a very simplistic combo system on par with like Dynasty Warriors, like honestly.
I mean, it's still got that square triangle. It's more just the combination of this game's frame rate.
Oh, yeah, that part
with the floatiness combined with having to do very specific block breaker combos to break these fuckers'
this game
blocks.
reviewing very well.
This got like
it was a meme.
It was a 7.0 game.
Yeah,
at
that
the
seems
time.
appropriate.
This got a bunch of 8s.
No, I thought it was like 7s-ish.
No, this got 8s.
I've only ever known this game was a meme.
Because this was like what they had on the PlayStation in 07.
8, 6,
I mean to segue.
8.33, 7, 30 out of 40. So they didn't pay Famitsu for their money.
What's the meta score?
It was 79. I just,
Okay, yeah. That checks
That
out.
makes sense for the time.
Yeah.
Like, has any console had a turnaround as successful as the PS3 did?
Yes.
I
mean, like,
the Xbox One eventually sold well.
Yeah, the Xbox One.
Get unbelievably fucked,
I-
Tartuccio.
I think the reason the Xbox One sold so well is because of the One X, which was
a beast,
significantly more powerful than any other console at the time.
Yeah, and then also like
and Game Pass.
The Xbox
and
S
Game Pass.
was not a horribly.
Yeah.
Was not
Oh, hey, you
horribly
found the part of the
improved.
game where I said fuck it and stop playing.
Also,
But still.
the One S, like I have a One S. That's a really nice little console. Like it just looks nice sitting behind
The
sitting
Series
underneath
S
the
is
TV.
yes.
But the One
Not the
X
Series S, the One
was-
S that I have.
The One X was like genuinely a good turnaround for them. Like
Yeah.
that console sold decently to not as well as the PlayStation, its PlayStation rival, but it sold okay in Europe at the very least.
Oh, you got a table.
I think having this lady run around with a table is very funny, or a stool or whatever.
Gets greasied.
Did this just turn into Metal Gear? Defeat Flying Fox. That's
Yeah, it kind of is.
He sure is taking his time.
Basically, it's just a Metal Gear boss.
Yeah.
I do like this boss fight though.
I don't hate this game's cinematic pretensions.
I do like how this
Oh,
guy is
they can
too
have on
weird
screen
even
at
for
one
a
time.
big bad evil guy. He's like, ah, fuck, it's the weird bird eunuch guy.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have a eunuch as my generals among my
Yeah, no,
generals.
finish that sentence. Go for it.
I need to have a eunuch, says Chris Zombie Pie Redacted. I need someone
I
to
teach
help
my kids
plot
what a eunuch
for
is,
my
and it
imperial
always
court.
makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Haven't your kids all watched Game of Thrones?
No, I would say that Game of Thrones is not as popular as it used to be.
Ask the kids what they know about Turkish Janissaries.
Janissaries didn't have
also-
their balls snipped.
Not all of them.
Isn't it middle school that you teach?
Yeah.
Or
You
yeah,
have to go
so
to
like
Han China.
Yeah, so like middle schoolers were not very old when Game of Thrones got real popular. They would have been in, like,
Did I tell you guys about? I posted this on the Discord. There's a kid who eats lunch in my classroom, and he has a 3DS, and he's playing fucking Metal Gear Solid 3D.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I just looked at it, and I was like, "Child, it's been a long time since I've seen a 3DS." And he's playing it with the 3D on the 3DS.
Is he using a Circle Pad Pro or like the new model?
No.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
the new
no, he's using an extra large. It's the XL.
Is it the new 3DS that actually has the 3D that tracks your eyes?
Yeah.
Well, the new 3DS has a second stick built in.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
tiny
it's more of a
tiny little,
nub.
like, yeah, it's more like the ThinkPad nipple thing.
What the fuck did I do? 9 damage on a
Don't
crit.
insult the Lenovo clit. That thing's...
The Lenovo what?
Jesus Christ.
If you get rid of the Lenovo clit, I will
Fuck you.
riot. I love the Lenovo, the track. The IdeaPad keyboard
Most people
is one of
call
my
it
favorite,
The
my
Nubule.
favorite.
Most people
favorite
call it the nipple,
keyboards.
but sure.
Hey, so quick question for my folks who know how to do math in chat.
Did I say something
what-
inappropriate?
What do I have to roll on a d6 plus 1 times 2 to get 9?
I mean, you have to roll at least a
You gotta
3.
roll a 2. If it's a plus 1, right? Or am I... I'm tired.
Times 2?
I thought you said times 3.
No, times 2.
Times 2.
And you
Times
need
2.
to
4
roll
times 2
d6
plus
plus
1. 4 times 2 plus 1.
Oh, okay.
Nope, because the plus 1 happens before the multiplier.
He's gotta get 9, so you gotta get an 8, right?
Yeah. Oh, so wait. So then you roll a 3 and it adds a 1 to both of them.
And then it adds a 1 once, or does it roll? Does it
No,
add
the
a
one-
No, well, if it's a crit, it doubles the damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They probably just rounded up then.
But it's 1d6 plus 1.
Brayden,
That's
completely unrelated to what you're playing.
Yes.
Why is Gooba's tail on her 3D model still absolute dog shit? Like,
Maybe she hasn't paid the modeler to fix it.
it's like the wrong proportion, it's in the wrong spot, and it just looks like shit. Like, it's been a problem for a while.
This might have also been recorded before she got her new live 2D model. So, oh fuck you! Goddamn QTEs.
You get the next ring of whatever.
Oh,
ring
and
of
he gets
plus
his
1.
health back because.
Oh god, how much health did he get back?
Like half of it.
Okay, yeah. Was this lady in Sony All Stars Battle Royale?
She was.
I mean, they didn't have all that much to pick from, but yes.
Yes, Naruto was in PlayStation All Stars.
He fought alongside the.
He's also a cameo in Astro Bot that everyone is.
Listen, fucking
Apparently,
Intelligent Cube is in Astrobot.
Apparently, Omega.
Astrobot?
Apparently, Omega Boost didn't make it into Astrobot, which is very disappointing.
So,
Oh, fuck you!
yeah. So the arrows are not as, are actually were always the hardest part.
No, and you have to. It's on the D-pad specifically.
I'm glad QuickTime events are dead.
They really aren't, but, yeah.
They're mostly dead, and if they do show up, they're very easy.
If they show up, they're like good finisher moves.
Man.
I'm sure I can find old episodes of One Up Yours where Shane Bettenhausen is like, Heavenly Sword is the greatest game ever made.
I thought he was on that post One Up show where they played this game as part of their podcast with the rest of that crew.
No, Shane Bettenhausen is he works for Sony now. Remember?
I forgot if it was Sony or some like weird. I thought it was Gaijin Works.
He did work at Gaijin Works for a while, yeah.
I sometimes forget.
Yes,
Oh,
he did work for...
Oh, would you believe this? If Fox is not dead, you're gonna have to fight him again, boy.
What?
Next
I get to
time you
do
have
the
to
same
fight him.
boss fight again?
Oh boy, I can't wait till you see how you have to beat him. You're playing this game all
With
the way,
six-axis bullshit?
Yeah, it's gonna maybe have some 6-axis.
In this
Look at
economy?
I guess that was the loading.
God, yeah.
Back
So
on the PlayStation, we could just have loading doors instead of loading shimmy halls. On the
Yeah.
PS3.
Back when video games were good and ran at 20 FPS constantly.
Look at those backgrounds.
Look how pretty this game is. Look at that screen tearing.
Anyway, so guess what else came out this year that ran at 60 frames per second?
God of War 2.
Also Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
Bioshock's 30 FPS on Xbox, right?
Yes.
It's 30, yeah. It's 30 on...
Again, a lot of these games I haven't played the non-PC version in like ever, so...
My memory is also shot when it comes to
man,
remembering
you remember,
how things ran on 360.
You remember in the very first Mass Effect game how it would have that film grain by default and it dropped the FPS to like 15?
Oh, Mass Effect 1 ran horribly on 360 no matter what you did.
But that film grain in particular.
Yeah, the film grain overlay was bad.
It also looks like shit. Like,
yeah.
It was awful.
Just like the worst brown gray light bloom.
It wasn't just that. It was like it tried to.
It
like,
was
have,
it was way too intense.
It tried to have like the weird like pixelated like silver screen look, and so it would have like popping all over the place. It was.
It tried to look like something like the Wrath of Khan in terms of like how the film grain would have looked in something from like the late 70s, early 80s.
I despised it. I secretly imagined that maybe.
Yeah.
And it looked bad. Mass Effect 2 also had the film grain effect, but there it actually looked good because they scaled it back a lot.
Nor likely to be claimed by some grateful.
I mean,
Mass Effect 1's Unreal 3, right?
It's Unreal.
All of them are.
I mean, yeah. It's
all them
very
Unreal
early
3.
Unreal 3 as well.
Any of the other things they called me.
In the same way that BioShock was technically running on like Unreal 2.
BioShock, I thought it was.
Yeah, BioShock's Unreal 2.
It's technically like a very heavily modified Unreal 2.
BioShock was in development forever.
2.5 is what Google says. Just a quick Google search. Okay.
Well,
I did not know there was an Unreal Engine 2.5.
Yeah, it's, Unreal 2.5, my favorite.
Favorite very real
Unreal 2 The Awakening.
Oh, you mean for the next season of the Wheel of Dubious FPSs?
Oh. Could you do a Wheel of Dubious Unreal games?
Yeah. I mean, that's... The look
Yeah, when
of
does
the
Pariah
Unreal
show
3
up?
engine is the look of a generation.
When does what show up?
Pariah? Does no one else remember that game?
I remember Pariah. I've
I
referenced it a
forget.
couple of times. Not tonight, just in the past.
I remember as a kid really thinking that the map maker for the multiplayer mode was kind of cool. If it was a little jank, but also Pariah's a terrible video game.
Yeah.
I mean, how many first-person shooters in the original Xbox actually hold up that are not called Halo? Half-Life 2, but that doesn't count.
Half-Life 1.
Fucking.
It's not on the original Xbox.
It is?
Thought it was.
Half-Life
No,
1
it's on
is not.
PS2.
Half-Life 1 is on PS2. Oh, that's a fine version of Half-Life. If you didn't have a PC at the time, that's an okay version.
It's impressive that it ran, in the same way it's impressive that Doom 3.
Yeah, but at that point in time, Half-Life 1 was old enough that the PS2 didn't really have any huge problems running it.
Not unlike the Dreamcast port of Half-Life 1 that
Dreamcast
never was released. Anyway, I'm sure I'm just mashing buttons now. I'm saying that that One Chambara game I played the other day...
You're gonna actually argue that's better than this.
I'm saying it has more consideration about the buttons I press.
Well, that's a little bad to make my monitor lizard fight other monitor lizards.
Yeah. I mean, you make humans fight other humans all the time. It's not really that much different.
Okay. I mean,
If you think about it, aren't we all monitor lizards, bruh?
Always have been.
The real monitor lizard was Andy Serkis sitting on his throne, chewing the scenery.
Alright. Into the Nightmare Bug Cave. Everybody make sure you've got your fire bombs equipped. Did I get a new wand? I did. I have a second wand of magic missile. Oh, that's a slightly better wand of magic missile, too. That one shoots 2 magic missiles.
Cool. Have you picked up Octavia and Rigungar yet?
No.
Okay.
I still haven't. I just finished dealing with Tartuccio in the Kobold Cave.
Oh.
That's literally all I've been doing is dealing with Tartuccio in the Kobold Cave.
Yeah.
You know, these characters all kind of just look like Mortal Kombat rejects.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised there's a fandom page for Heavenly Sword?
There's a fandom page for everything.
I know,
it's just whether or not it's actually
I
filled
know,
out.
but also...
Except for Time and Eternity, no one made a fandom page for that.
The main...
Well, you could be the first.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't care enough.
Oh, wait, that's right. There was a movie. Heavenly Sword movie.
What?
Like an animated thing?
Yeah, it's a CG thing.
Is it CG? I thought it was...
Was it CG or was it live action?
I
thought
sure
was
hope
CG.
it wasn't live action.
It's like a, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's that. Yeah, adult animated action adventure fantasy film. I think the word adult means that it's not intended for kids.
The main pod is playing
it's like an
Thirsty
R-rated
Suitors.
thing, not a...
Yeah, okay. It was made on a budget of $1.5 to $1.8 million. Okay.
I guess this is...
Probably like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, it
GG.
is an hour and 20 minutes plus change. Does it just summarize the video game?
Probably.
Seems like all it does just summarizes the video game.
I didn't even know this happened. This happened 2 years
All for the sake of your silly pagan...
after 2012. That's crazy. Who thought, yeah, you know what we need to do? We need to make an animated version of Heavenly Sword.
Yeah?
In the year of our Lord, 2014.
Was it 2014?
It was 2014 when that got released.
Okay. Is that just a compilation of the animated stuff in this?
No, it looks like they made their own... Things look slightly different.
Okay, Snake Lady, I get it. You're a Snake Lady. And then, of course, we gotta have...
He's literally just staring at her breasts. That's kind of funny.
It's bad enough seeing you blot out the sun each day
without being reminded that you sprang from my youthful and exuberant loins.
Sorry, Daddy.
Oh, don't be cruel to the little boy. Poor darling.
Yeah, all of the movie does is summarize the story. Brayden, you might be comforted to know that this 2014 CG animated version of Heavenly Sword is only an hour and 24 minutes.
That's longer than I thought it would be.
It's shorter than this video game. It has a very low score on Rotten Tomatoes, though.
Surprise.
I'm glad Andy Serkis is having fun, because I'm not.
Use the lemurs. Free your clan.
Time to push some blocks.
I love blocks.
Set us free.
Oh.
What do you think this looks like in 4K with 60 FPS on the PS5, Brayden?
I bet it looks less blurry. Although the light bloom, I'm sure, is just baked into how these games look.
I'm gonna click this first comment on this YouTube video that's showing a playthrough of this game on a PS5.
Oh, fuck you, video game. You're gonna make me do more of this, huh?
I wish they made Heavenly Sword 2. And it's got 75 thumbs ups.
Okay. Oh, they...
Yeah, they keep doing this.
This is this game, huh? This is what this game is.
Yeah. So you gotta trick shot the thing off the thing and hit the other thing and.
With the power of the 6-axis.
Yeah, you know, the very accurate 6-axis controller.
Oh.
Yeah, it's absolutely awful.
Oh. Wow, this is worse than, I don't know, having to switch between different color-coded weapons because certain enemies just have to be defeated with certain weapon types.
Oh, come on. That's a great mechanic in the 6 games that made it suck.
And honestly, I'd rather do that than... Yeah,
it was good in
I would still
Ikaruga.
rather do that than this.
I'm
This
making a DMC joke.
Yes, I know.
Can you hit yourself with it?
No, I
Can
tried.
you end your own suffering?
You can turn out the 6-axis, right?
No, you can't turn this off.
Let's see.
You have to do this.
Off.
This
with
was
the
like
6-axis.
this was like the dedicated feature of the PlayStation
There's no
3.
such thing as cheating in a single-player game.
True.
Oh, look, I can use the analog stick. Oh, I did it, Yatsu. I did it.
Wait, they gave you the ability to turn
They
off
patched
the
that
6-axis?
shit in, motherfucker. Eat shit.
When did
Video
they patch
game's gonna
it?
win.
When did they patch that?
What?
Did this game suddenly just get like 100% better?
No.
Ah.
But,
It
you
just
know,
became playable.
it's less offensive now. It makes me want to die less.
Have you actually died in this game so far?
No.
It seemed like an easy game.
It's a PS3 game. Before Dark Souls.
Yeah, video games weren't allowed to be hard in the late 2000s. Unless they were like weird PC games or doujin Japanese games like Cave Story.
Like there was like a trend of like, you know, bullshit hard indie games. Like I Want to Be the Guy and Meat Boy's not bullshit, but cut from the same cloth.
How do people feel?
Yeah, I mean,
how do people
I
in
played
this
them.
chat feel about La Mulana?
I did not play La Mulana.
Yeah, I didn't
I feel
either.
like
Played Meat
I feel
Boy.
like you made that up.
No,
La
it's
Mulana is a
it's
game.
one of the most important like Japanese indie games from that decade.
Thank you, Noriko.
Quickly, follow me.
Where are you taking us?
I always get it confused with Spelunky.
At what
I also think Spelunky is bullshit, but...
He's probably dead already. We should just get out of here.
I've never gone Spelunky, but...
How could Shen be so foolish as to trust you with the
Oh,
sword?
no.
You of all people.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What the clan thought about me.
Okay, stop saying "oh no."
Don't ask him. He's looking for
okay,
drama.
No. So the Heavenly Sword film is not a recreation of the video game. It does summarize certain events, but the
Is
film
it a sequel?
is, yeah, it's a bit of a sequel because now she is on the hunt for Loki.
Okay.
Loki, like the Viking god Loki?
Yeah, and turns out Loki is her half brother.
What?
Oh,
Sure,
great.
whatever. Who
I don't
cares?
care anymore.
Is that where the red hair comes from, I guess?
Yeah, she's part Viking apparently.
Sorry, use the fire rocket to defeat enemies.
Sorry, I'm just too busy enjoying the power of the six-axis, quote-unquote, to throw this body where I would like to throw it instead of
In a random direction?
instead of in a random hateful direction. Still fucking missed, though.
Why do you have a fucking missile launcher?
Because they didn't have enough confidence in their own combat system to not constantly mix it up with
dumb bullshit like
with
that.
dumb gimmicky bullshit.
That's the 7th generation in general. Not enough confidence in gameplay systems, so we just have a bunch of weird events.
So here's just QTEs and scripted sequences,
turret sequences, and driving sequences, and shoehorned in multiplayer.
I feel like a lot of the discussion around game, especially mechanics, then was like variety. Don't make me do the same thing twice, and that was interpreted by a lot of devs as, let's do this.
This is very stupid.
We don't need more spider swarms. We do not need more spider swarms.
See, it's good that I turned this off, because otherwise I'd still be in that prison sequence. Trying to bounce those hats.
I am legitimately not sure when they patched it out, because the last time I tried playing this game, mind you, that was 2008, that was not an option.
Well, this is patch 1.10, and I made sure to download it before starting this, because I knew this might happen.
So now this is only going to take him like 4 hours, Jotsu.
Yeah, now I don't have to do the stupid motion-controlled bullshit.
You're going to still do a 6-axis when it forces you to, right?
I don't... It will never force me to now. I'm free, motherfucker.
Okay, so there is an anime of this.
Yeah, there's also an animated series.
But it was only...
It was a web thing.
On the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
So
did they patch some trophies for this?
No, they did not. Because I would have already gotten some.
Let's be honest, it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's... I mean, trophies mean nothing, unlike retro achievements.
Do you think this game has retro achievements? Do you think there's some sicko out there that made
They
it?
don't have retro achievement support for PS3 yet. Yet.
Not yet.
I mean, the PS3 is retro.
So when are you going to play this on hell difficulty?
Ha 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 ha.
Do you ever, like, live up to your threat of trying to get the platinum in Time and Eternity?
No, that was only if people backed the Patreon in a certain frame of time.
Did you actually finish that game on PS3 or just Adam?
Borgmaster's the only one who finished it.
That game is nauseating.
That game is, listen, I'm glad we picked it, because it's the trash pick we deserve.
You guys didn't pick it.
Functionality
Who did
picked it, but also, you know...
it was the donation incentive during...
I paid $40 for that game. And I feel like I got what I needed out of it, which is to say, #content. Oh, good. Oh, wow, guys. Another hat-throwing sequence again.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a Penny Arcade joke about this.
With that money, you could have just quit your job and become a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. With, you know, it's not about the money. It's about
sending a message.
It's about sending a message. Inspiring fear in my foes.
Oh, you're gonna do this quick time event every time you want to cross these bridges?
Yep. Yeah, welcome to video games.
Video games.
Video games from 2007 specifically.
Yeah.
Video games are good.
Fuck you, diagonals.
Yep. Oh, I play Street Fighter fighting game. Good.
Yeah, fighting games are good, Mr. I want to play it on a keyboard to make people mad. Because I have no skill in anything I accomplish.
Hey, I do have skill. I just feel like pushing my skills to the utmost.
And you'll be like, ah, fuck, which one's heavy punch?
That would be quarter circle from WQA.
That's not a quarter circle.
Heavy punch is just a button, you nonce.
How would I program that? I would probably just do the arrow.
I mean, what you're basically doing is it's like a bad hitbox.
So I would probably like program.
Anyway.
So sometimes when you're like trying to do things like that, it's like hold shift while hitting.
Yeah. I love to spend a second level spell slot to only summon a single creature.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it.
So some of these finishing moves by Noriko are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the animations in this game in general are great.
Yeah. You can tell a lot of
it's almost like that's what Ninja Theory is known for.
Yeah.
Sure seems like the fact that they have a CG mocap studio is pretty important for them, huh?
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like it's a portent of what they would do after this. I do like that I can just throw bodies and then do the stupid aiming with dead bodies.
That's pretty good.
No, I found the +1 orc double axe.
Yeah. They'll reward you for putting points in exotic weapons.
Or just being a half-orc.
Yeah.
You know, because you could just be a half-orc.
You can. You could be a human instead.
You know, it's actually really funny. The double weapons in this game, probably for, like, programming reasons, actually break the rules of Pathfinder the tabletop game.
Yeah, that...
Why would they do that for programming? Like, what do you mean?
Well, in the tabletop game, a double weapon, a weapon with two heads, you have to actually individually enchant both sides of the weapon, which means so a +1 orc double axe actually costs 4,000 gold, not 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
But,
this lady's hat is ludicrous.
Yeah.
But in the video game, the +1 enchantment on the double axe applies to both ends, presumably because it would be too difficult to program in different enchantments on different ends of the weapon.
You could probably count it as two separate weapons, like, and just do kind of a similar thing that you do for two weapon fighting. Is there a drawback to? Do you get to swing it twice per turn?
It's basically just two weapon fighting.
It functions identical to two weapon fighting.
Okay, so you could just program it just like two-weapon fighting, except in the end, except you're using both hands. I mean, even in that, except you're using both hands on the same weapon. I don't know. I feel like you could do that, but they probably simplified it because the game's already really fucking complex compared to other games in its genre.
I'm just excited for the Black Geyser expansion to come out. You know, the hottest CRPG to look forward to in 2025.
What else comes? That's it, isn't it?
I'm sure there will be indie stuff that I care about.
Is there an Underrail expansion? Isn't there an Underrail expansion?
They were making an Underrail expansion.
Oh no, it turned into a full game.
They turned into a full sequel because they wanted to do new engine stuff.
But that's not coming out next year?
Who knows? It's an indie game from, I think... I forgot which country the Underrail devs are from, but I just assume Russia when in doubt.
I don't think it's Russia. I think it's a former Soviet state, though. Owlcat Games is Russian.
Yeah. And, you know, Space Marine 2 was made by Saber Interactive's Moscow studio.
Broken. I've got your fucking radishes for you. And your fang berries.
Alright, I'm starting to feel like I need to lay down, so I'm gonna go do that. Have fun.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel nothing anymore.
Jeez.
Oh no, don't get too close to the waterfall! And now, yeah, now, it's, guys. Yeah. With a different sword. I'm a snake lady.
Stories about the clan, the prophecy, and how you came into the world.
How was, Wild Arms 3 today, Relkin?
Do you like Booby Snake Lady? I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
Relkin. Oh, is he in the chat? He's in the
Yes.
chat. Okay, never mind.
The only booby ladies I care about are the ones who play Mahjong, apparently. I have the power of the heavenly...
Did you see the latest main podcast pick?
Yeah. Thirsty suitors, huh?
Oh, I can't use a grape club? Fucking...
This seems like a game the main podcast should play. Your Thirstona affects your fighting style? Oh.
He still wonders whether he made the right decision in letting you live. Whether he should have ended your life in that stinking bar.
Ooh, +1 scimitar. I'll take that. I can use a scimitar. Why can I use a scimitar, but not a great club?
Because druids have traditionally been able to use scimitars.
Oh, but why?
Yeah.
Under what justification?
It's a sick curved sword.
Listen, Jaheira can use scimitars, so druids can use scimitars.
Okay, but Jaheira was a druid fighter.
We can.
She was still limited to the druid list of weapons.
Well.
Why do druids have proficiency in scimitars? I assume the video game.
Gary Gygax decided that one day. Druids would be able to use scimitars.
Okay, this is a very long Reddit post. Because druids use sickles and scimitars were a close approximation. According to the man himself, G Guys.
Okay, well that is also stupid.
Well, now sickles are real video games.
Right, this is coming back to me.
Oh, yeah!
Just remember, Brayden, if you do the combos real well, all the glyphs on the bottom light up.
Once again, this is a manager boss.
This got chunky.
Yeah.
The waterfall makes it better.
I mean, it still looks like visually looks great. It is a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're talking about games that look great that are secretly PowerPoint presentations, let's talk about Myst.
No, I'd like to talk about
that game is an actual PowerPoint presentation.
Listen. Pre-rendered backgrounds don't count anymore.
That game was made using HyperCard.
Fine, but it was still pre-rendered.
The fact that those brothers wanted to make a video game and decided, hey, HyperCard.
What did you say?
That's fucked up. You fucked up her tail.
What were you asking? Somebody asked something.
Are these water effects impressive in 2007?
Yes.
Probably not.
Having a giant pool of water where you're splashing all around and there's droplets going everywhere is impressive in 2007. I guess BioShock also did it, but not to the same degree that they were doing it just now.
I'm gonna sell. All these ancient fucking coins I've been finding. Is it
keep them?
worth it?
Keep them.
Okay.
Yep. Keep them.
Keep them.
What about the tokens of the Dryad?
Keep them.
I have 4 different scorched
Keep them.
fragments.
Do not.
Do not spend them.
Yeah, that's the shit you give to the storyteller.
So just anything. Oh, is he in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want me to spoil? He just told you the story. The storyteller will give you a ton of money for that stuff.
Okay. And I assume
when you
he's
get...
also the person who fixes the broken necklace.
Yes.
Yeah. He's.
Yeah.
Because I've got a couple things that say they could be fixed, and also a bunch of things that just say they would be good to sell to a collector.
Yeah. All of the, if you find the right merchant or a collector things, keep those because there's a specific person who will get the item from you for a lot more than you would sell to the ones.
Sure. Let's see. Never gonna use that potion. Never gonna use those potions. Definitely never gonna use that potion. Might use that potion someday. Definitely keep that around. Those aren't gonna be useful. That's not gonna be useful. Those might be useful. Those might be useful. Never gonna use those. How prevalent is there a wizard person who it would be worth keeping all these scrolls for?
Yeah, you'll get a wizard in this act.
Yeah. Octavia is the person in question.
I'm also just noticing that I have like a lot of divine magic in my party.
Yeah.
Octavia does a lot more than just wizard stuff.
Oh, I'm just drowning her, huh?
Yeah, Octavia does several things. She is essentially a rogue
She's an
mage.
arcane trickster.
Well, you can make her one. She starts off with one level in rogue and one level in mage, and it's
Octavia
kind of hinted.
usually just wears a lot.
It's kind of hinted that you should make her an arcane trickster.
I see. I take it that Woljiv's archetype just isn't around yet.
No. Yeah, because Woljif is just the better version of that. He's your thief wizard.
Woljif is just better.
Everything in Wrath of the Righteous is just better.
Woljif's great because he sucks.
Because he's a thief. Not a thief with a heart of gold. Just a thief.
Yeah, I really do love that his first little blurb in the biography section is just like, at first glance, you might think people hate Woljif because they're racist, but if you spend any amount of time talking to him, you'll find out that no, he's just a bad person.
So are we already? We start to see like the progenitor of like the psychological mind stuff of Hellblade.
Yeah. A little bit. Oh. Can't believe they killed my dad already.
Way to go, Dad.
Oh, don't worry, Daddy. I got myself a sniper.
Hey, I got this arrow through my fucking shoulder blade. It fucking
Hey,
hurts
where's
like
the
shit.
snipers?
Gotta check my alignment and make sure.
You just
I can't see because of this fucking terrible split screen. Oh, they're right here.
Yeah.
I am so worried about dropping alignment and losing my fucking druid shit. I'm not very far in, but I wanna show you all this little screenshot. I have maintained utterly perfect neutrality.
Proud of you.
Think of how much better Sniper Elite would have been if it had 6-axis support.
I'm sure the Wii version of Sniper Elite 2 had that.
Yeah, but those games are dumb enough to where you kind of like see the appeal of it. Like,
Yeah, because Sniper Elite is art.
You shoot people in the dick and their balls explode. Like,
shoot Nazis in the dick.
Yeah, no. Sniper Elite
Which
is
is
a
a
game
favorite
series
pastime
about
of mine.
murdering Nazis in the most violent and humiliating ways possible. It's amazing.
And this is an escort sequence.
Oh, cool. Yep, I got an escort.
if you get a headshot, they automatically die.
Yeah, you know what else automatically dies? My enthusiasm. Wow, this is like comically easy now. If only Yatsu was here to get mad about this.
What? I think that this is cheating.
I
paid.
Excuse
to
me?
beat you to be miserable.
Have you heard? Have you heard the news?
What?
There's no such thing as cheating in a single-player game.
I know.
The reason I asked about trophy patching earlier is because I was going to make a joke that, oh, if you turn off the 6-axis, it disables trophy support.
That would be funny.
That would be a way to... Listen, if you want some horrible motion-controlled garbage, I have some ideas. Like that Dead Rising game for Wii.
Where it only has like 20 zombies.
Yeah, and it's running on the same engine as Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition.
What about, are there any awful Connect? What was the Steel Battalion sequel for Connect?
Yep, Steel Battalion. See,
Do you even buy a Connect anymore?
You can
I'm
find.
sure you could find one.
You can find Connects very easily.
Does the Xbox One still have Connect support?
That's a great question.
I'm pretty sure it does, but the newest revisions of it do not have a Connect port.
Like launch Xbox Ones had have the backup hat ported in, right?
Yeah, launch Xbox Ones. They had an Xbox One version of the Connect.
Yeah, for your TV.
Yeah,
it was actually better than the Xbox.
Yeah, it was like a Connect 2. It was sort of a Wiimote Plus sort of situation. So if you ever look at the back of an original Xbox One, there's an absurd number of ports for a console back there.
Yeah, there's a coaxial cable port. It was literally they really did want that thing to be sit on your.
They wanted it to be a cable box, essentially, in an era where cable was going out of style.
No, I mean they weren't. I mean, what they wanted to be was what smart TVs wound up becoming. So
yeah, like.
But they advertised like you could watch your cable while playing a game and stuff like that.
If they had made a multimedia streaming box, like well before everyone else was making them, that would have made sense. The problem is that Don Matrick's team really thought cable was the big selling point, not streaming.
You're telling me a bunch of executives at a tech company maybe were a little out of touch?
Just a little bit.
He only grazed his arm. You gotta shoot him again.
No, he died.
Double tap.
Anyway, this sequence is going on for far too long.
Imagine what this would be like
if I was using motion controls, and how angry I would be right now. God, I'd be so mad. And instead, I'm just indifferent.
Shoot your dad.
I would never shoot my dad. I love my dad. He got me ice cream.
Dad.
My dad gave me ice cream.
No, shoot your dad in the game. God damn it.
I mean, isn't he? He's definitely going to be the final boss, right?
Shoot him in the face.
Yeah, if you really whiffed that.
You know who else really
You gotta shoot
whiffed
the guy
it?
there.
The amount of fucking Vaseline smeared motion blur on every frame of this sequence.
The power of the cell processor.
It's just a reminder of what games looked like. And it's like, yeah, you can... This is very technically impressive, and these character models are very detailed.
We gotta start playing some Unreal Engine games if you really want to know what games of this era look like.
Listen, I have an entire bevy of Eurojank CRPGs ready to go if need be.
When did like the brown gray go out of style?
When Unreal Engine decided to improve, when they moved up a generation.
I would argue that Borderlands 2. I'm going to point to that as the moment in time where AAA games really started changing.
To have color again. For as much as I despise that game in
retrospect.
whatever,
again, for whatever I think of that game, it is very colorful and actually looks really, really good.
Dark Souls?
Dark Souls 1 is very brown. I love Dark Souls 1, but that game is brown and gray. Dark Souls 2 is pretty colorful at times.
Dark Souls 1 also has all of the light bloom and frame chunking that we associate with this generation.
Yeah.
That was after.
Which you guys said gave me shit for saying that it
Yeah, because you say it in a disingenuous bad faith way.
But you guys get to
because
say it and
you just want
not
to
be
take a
called out?
poo-poo.
Like, Enemy Unknown's not brown and gray, I don't think.
No. Enemy Unknown, yeah, has its neon colors.
But yeah, like 2011, 2017. You know what? Actually, you know what might be a better metric? Skyrim.
Skyrim's brown and gray.
Yeah,
It's silver.
It's got a like a.
Now Oblivion
dull
is
sheen
definitely
over it.
not brown and gray, but it is.
Oblivion is
Oblivion is
light
so-
bloom.
Is light
Yeah.
bloom hell.
Much like this game. Look at how much light bloom is on.
That's just this era.
Yeah.
I would say that Oblivion's light bloom is excusable.
Yeah. No, I think if you
was
play
about
Oblivion
making
today,
a
I think
fake
it still
world.
looks okay. At least as long as you're not looking at people.
She's chosen her path. Now we must follow ours.
Kai will find Nariko like Nariko.
And let me find her in it. I'm a cheeky little orphan. I do cartwheels.
And
And she wears hot pants.
Why do these girls never listen to a word I say?
Who will notice when you die, Nariko? Who will care?
Oh, you summoned a wolf.
Oh, let me kill you. You're dead anyway. You have
Acting.
sister. No one will care when I gut you like a stinking fish.
I need to.
What? You're just making me do the boss fight again?
Yeah.
you're still fighting the...
Fuck off!
I have something to send you that might make you happy.
Sony Interactive Entertainment demanded that this game could not be beaten in one day. So we made you fight this boss again.
I'm gonna send something that I know will make Brayden happy, or at least laugh.
Is it a listicle?
No, I wouldn't actually. I can tell that when Brayden is not having a good time. I told you when you started this, it's like, oh right, this boss. And
No, like
look,
the
I'm
sheer we didn't have.
So it's
Get
going to become
greasy.
critical that you actually really are able to do the spin attack to destroy those waves that she sends your way, because it's going to do increasingly more chip damage.
Chaotic.
There you got it. You got it.
If only there was a jump button in this
Also,
game.
that wave effect, even at the time, looked like garbage.
I don't know.
I think it looks fine. If
I
Joke
think
was here, he'd be
breaking
like,
it
oh,
apart-
look at that water!
I think breaking it apart is the less good.
I mean, yeah, but also like these water effects look kind of amazing for the time.
Yeah, that's why the game is running at 15 FPS.
This boss is not. But it's
I
not
would
the
say
worst.
none of this game is fun, and I was, you may recall, in the first 20 minutes, I was like, oh, this seems okay.
How many times have you said that?
How many times have I said this seems okay and then ate my words, let's say, about an hour later?
Yeah.
Several!
God, Jesus, Harley, that is a lot of alignment shifts. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, and it's all to maintain perfect neutrality.
I don't think I've ever shifted alignments in either of these games.
Well, I mean, you really
I
have
did.
to like.
Fuck you, video
really
game, I was
have
pressing
to
circle.
pay, like, hard focus a single alignment to actually move.
Okay, I'm going to
But
see
and
what...
it's not normally a problem. I just happen to be playing one of like two classes that has a specific alignment.
So yeah,
restriction.
you do get a lot of alignment changes if you play neutral, and then it's increasingly easy for you to switch to good to bad, and bad back to neutral to good.
I finally died.
Yeah. Yeah, this boss is a motherfucker.
Magic Fang.
I just dislike this. I just dislike this video game.
Have you?
Get fucking tripped, dickbag.
What was on the 360 in 07?
Bioshock,
Mass
Halo
Effect,
3,
Halo 3, COD 4.
Call of Duty 4, yeah. Are you talking about exclusives? Like, I'm glad we all had the same list.
Yeah.
That's something we would not have in 2024.
SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Sure.
Was Burnout Paradise
It came-
2007?
No, that's 8 because that was one
Burnout
of the first
Revenge.
games that Giant Bomb reviewed.
Wasn't Burnout Revenge? When did Burnout Revenge come out on
A Simpsons game, I think.
That's 2007. That's on PS3 too, but it probably runs like ass.
Wait, Burnout
Forza
2?
Motors. Burnout Revenge had a 360 version. Forza
Oh, wait, no,
Motor.
that's not exclusive.
Was there a Forza Motorsport that year?
Eternal Sonata.
Yeah.
That was 2008, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was 07.
Oh, if you're thinking of a racing game, you still have the PGR franchise. I think 4 came out 2007. And then Forza 2.
Jumped on, fuck ass.
Yeah, it was a good year for the 360 in 2007.
Hell, the Wii had like Mario Galaxy.
I mean, it was a good year for the 360 as long as your 360 wasn't getting a red ring. But yeah, the Wii had Metroid Prime 3 and Mario Galaxy.
And the PS2 had God of War 2.
And Persona 4 was
Persona
the
3
following
Fez.
year. Yeah, Persona 3 Fez came out. Basically, everything other than the PS3 had a good year.
PS3 has no games. This is proof.
Yeah, like it was like basically until 2009, the PS2
Uncharted
was
was
getting better
07,
stuff
yes.
than the PS3.
Uncharted 1 was 07?
Yeah.
Uncharted 1 sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they hadn't found their footing with that franchise yet.
Yeah,
Just bad.
Also,
that franchise really starts at 2.
Oh my god. Someone loot this fucker so we can leave.
My life story, Harley.
Stop falling over in the fucking grease. Stop falling over in the grease.
Never.
God, it really is such a wild thing that they didn't have dismiss spell in Kingmaker.
In a lot of ways, like, this game was just dungeon, boss arena, like a linear version of a Proto Souls-like. I think that at least makes a lot more sense.
I mean, that's kind of what this game is. This game is combat arena.
Yeah, but then it puts so much back in between that. There's like the mini games.
Well, yeah, they didn't have
platforming shit.
That...
Oh wait, you haven't gotten to that part.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's not actually that bad. It's just like, in fact, it's puzzles. If you enjoyed the puzzles, Braden, please think of the puzzles.
I mean, now that I don't have to think of the motion controls.
Yeah, what game for this feature has had the best block pushing so far?
What's a good... Yeah, I'm trying to think what's a good parry or block push mechanic. I'll tell you right now. I mean, is Onimusha 3 a cheat answer? Because that game's good?
Is that the best thing you played for this?
Yes. Listen, I will do 1,000 slide tile puzzles before I will ever go back to goddamn fucking X-Blades or Blades of Time.
Did X-Blades have any like content where you were just running around?
No, that game is just an endless series of combat arenas and the worst boss fights imaginable. It's like this game, honestly. Both came out in 07.
This game is not as bad as X-Blades.
No, it's not.
No.
Come on.
No, this game has money.
Blades of Time had like some vague and Tomb Raider-esque
Yeah.
stuff. I think. I've already forgotten that game.
That game is entirely forgettable.
Oh, shit. I'm looking at, like, 2007 video games. I forgot.
It was a stacked year.
Yeah, and then there's
It's a very
King and
good year.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said the
That
first
game.
Champion review was.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't catch me rushing back to rescue my father, the crusty old pervert. Whipped in, look terribly green around the gills.
See, he's evil.
See, I'm happy. I'm happy that Andy Serkis is having fun.
Is there anything where Andy Serkis wasn't having fun though?
Let's see. The Prestige, King Kong. No,
Oh, no.
he's always having fun.
Bohan, don't say no to Snake Puss Puss. Oh, he says no to Snake Puss Puss.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Snakes do not have puss puss.
We don't need to have this conversation.
Let's not talk about cloacas.
A cloaca's a puss puss.
No, it fucking
Andy Serkis was in Chaos Gate?
Yeah, Chaos Gate. Now that's a video game.
I needed you, but you left me. You're part of me now.
Fuck.
Man, Andy Serkis has a good agent.
Or does he
Yeah.
have the worst agent in that he just appears in things and you completely forget about it? Or didn't know it?
Now I need you the most.
Oh, see? It's a flashback about happiness.
Okay.
And abandonment and
I'm
emotional trauma. Do you know
Jake.
what game they continued this tradition with? Yeah. You're actually done?
For today, I've been
Oh
streaming
yeah, I was
for
gonna
almost
say
2.5
like the
hours.
weird thing is like you're halfway done. And
Yeah,
all over
no, I'm
halfway
going to
done.
finish this game probably on Monday. And then I'm going to say, well, you know, at least it was in very good condition. Okay, no one is streaming. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks
Mike's
everyone
still
for hanging
playing
out.
Dark Souls 2 if you wanted to watch that. I'm not saying raid him, but like
Who's playing Dark Souls 2? Minotti?
Minotti.
Oh, you mean Tolkien Miyamoto?
Yeah. He's also doing the DLC.
Yeah, sure. Dark Souls 2 is a good game.
She was Magus.